always lit over at AJsRANTroom.com. We got the best bags and accessories, our beloved Black Series. We got fresh lids for you hat lovers, fire jackets and hoodies, and of course we got you covered on the t-shirts. And introducing our first shoe line, Aloysius Germain. So get on over to AJsRANTroom.com today and get to shopping. You won't be disappointed.
Happy hump day. Happy hump day. Where is everybody? Happy hump day. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Are we good? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Are we good? Let a brother know what's going on. Anyway, I'll wait for the first confirmation over here on YouTube. I don't know where everybody is today. Did the notifications not go out? I don't know. Maybe the notifications didn't go out, That tends to happen sometimes with people. Anyway, welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hope all is well. Alvada. We have a good spread to cover today. Thank you, Jennifer. Appreciate it. So let's get into some things. Let's talk about the Maine Supreme Court. It's about to take up a major parental rights case. Now this is crazy. The Maine Supreme Judicial Court is reviewing whether a lower court went too far when it barred a mother from taking her 12-year-old daughter to church or even reading the Bible to her at home. Jesus. The case, Bickford versus Braden, centers on Emily Bickford, who is fighting a December 2024 custody order that restricts her from bringing her daughter Ava to Calvary Chapel in Portland, Maine. The order also bans her from sharing scripture with her own child. Emily is being represented by Liberty Counsel, a faith-based legal group, challenging the ruling as a blatant violation of parental rights and religious freedom. According to the case record, Emily and the child's father, Matthew Braden, were never married. They also forgot to mention he's an atheist. I read that, but I don't know why it's not here. And Emily has long held primary custody while Braden has visitation rights. Now, Maine's highest court is deciding whether the judge in the custody case overstepped constitutional limits by placing religious restrictions on a parent. Critics warn this case could have nationwide consequences for church rights, family courts, and how far government can intrude into the private religious lives of American families. Anyway, we're praying for this woman, Emily, because how is this not like a complete like override of this woman's First Amendment rights? But I can promise you this. If Emily here wanted to transition her child and said, yeah, I want to get the child's breast cut off, oh, it'd be applause all through the halls, there would be no issue. Christians, yeah, I'm glad we're standing up in this one, because I don't understand. If this was a group of musties, this wouldn't even be a conversation. If these were musties, the musty Muslims, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. There would be no restriction. There would be no, you can't do this, you can't do that. But for some reason, when the folks are Christians, we think we can attack it, because Christianity, if you really think about it, versus Islam and how they handle the issues that y'all claim y'all love, staunch difference. But I saw a video. I should have actually had it here where they talk about why Christianity is such a punching bag, but I kind of agree with some of his points. But anyway, um, prayers for this mother. Hopefully, you can take your child to church. I mean, could you imagine? Could you imagine a court telling you can't read a scripture to your child? So what if she was Jewish? Would she not be able to practice that either? If she was Muslim and the father, and then also, what this is a tall tale sign off. Be careful who you shack up with. Be careful who you procreate with, because you end up in situations like this. Now, I don't know if he was always an atheist, or if he was they came together as Christians or whatever, Catholics or whatever, and then decided, this isn't for me. Fine, whatever you choose. But this is a major overreach, and this will have national repercussions if this does not go Emily's way. So let's keep Emily in our thoughts and prayers. Now, I know we all saw this video yesterday. I was so pissed that I couldn't make a video about it, because here's the thing. I don't know what animals raise these people, but growing up, there was never a concept that you could hit a parent. When I was a kid, there was no concept that I could go beat up the parent of one of my friends or enemy or bully or whatever they were. There was no concept of that. Yet in 2025, I guess it's different. Take a look. Jesus.
Come on, blood. Shamar looking at. Shamar. Come here. What you want, Shamar, foot? Shamar, foot. What you want, Shamar? Shamar looking at.
So that's the mother.
Come on. Look at them ankles, boy. Shamar looking at. Junior. Bitch. Hey, foot, don't touch my brother, foot.
Right, don't touch me. Oh, hell no, those ankles ashy as fuck.
Look at them bitches, Greg. Crackhead. Other bitches, Mark. What's his ass? There you are. Oh my God, there you are.
We're not hitting them. The little kids hitting them, not the big kids. The big kids not touching them. I'm saying the little kids.
I was gonna smash that bitch on my brother. Damn! Crack! Damn! Hey, fool, let my homie go. Let my motherfucking homie go. Let my motherfucking beat his ass, yo! Damn, boy! Damn! They working us! Damn! Oh my God!
I don't know if I can still make a. I don't even know if because I literally have nothing nice to say. I have nothing. I don't know. I have no words. This 33-year-old pregnant woman, her name is called Shonda Hatter. She was walking her children home from school when they were attacked by this pack of animals. This was the south side of Chicago. Her son was hospitalized after the attack. It was also reported that she may have the mother may have sickle cell or some other kind of autoimmune disease. Listen, I'm not going to do the where's the father thing, because this is the middle of the day. So dad might be at work. I don't know. So I'm not going to do that. But I will say, and if she is pregnant, hopefully the child's okay. But in what world? I mean, when I was a kid, we fought amongst each other. The kids, we fought. We had enemies and friends, and you beat each other up, and then you go to lunch. But there was never a concept that I'm gonna go beat your mama. I'm gonna go beat the brakes off your mother, and then I'm gonna record it, and then I'm gonna post it. Because after you recorded it and then you posted it, what did you think was going to happen? Of course, people were going to be pissed off and outraged, and they're going to call you animals because you give the rabbit the gun every damn time. You give the rabbit the gun, and then you get mad when he uses it. Where are these children's parents? Where are they? And what in what world? And why did not one of these fucking animals step in and say, you know what? No, we going too far. Y'all calling this woman out her name. In what world did maybe I grew up in a different world, but there was no concept of calling somebody's mother a bitch without there being a repercussion right there in the moment. There was no concept of that. But for some reason, I guess, in 2025, we kids are a bit different these days. They're choosing their genders, and they're smoking earlier, and they got vapes and all types of shit, and they can get caught up in all types of secret chat rooms and things. But you know what? I don't feel sorry for any of these animals. So of course, one of the single mothers, she looked like a single mother in this video. She's not in the video, but when she set up the live stream and she put her daughter on because her daughter was part of the pack of animals that attacked. And so the pack of animals that attacked now, because they're getting backlash. Oh, now we're just little innocent kids. No. There's a fine line. There's a fine line between innocent kids or kids making a mistake and doing stuff like this. There was no concept that I could punch somebody's mother in the face. I don't even think you could think it, and you probably would have got popped in the face. So the mama of one of these animals sets up a live stream and then shoves the camera in her daughter's face. First, it looks like the daughter is about to laugh. I should have had the whole video, but it looks like she's about to laugh. And then I guess the weight of what she did, and then she produces these crocodile tears. Take a look.
Hey, my name is Kamira Grant, and I was wrong for everything.
Okay, first of all, I ain't nobody's parent yet, but if I was somebody's parent and my kid participated in this animalism, first of all, you wouldn't have been able to get on camera because I would have fucked you up. That would have been the first thing. There would have been no getting on camera. And what the fuck you crying for? You participated in beating up a woman and her two children, and you're crying? If you don't get the fuck out my face right now, hell no. Fuck your crocodile tears.
Happy. It's okay, Kamara. For everything that I did, and I was just being a follower, following everybody who don't even got nothing that I got. And I apologize for everything because I wouldn't want to be in that situation, and I feel bad.
Y'all buying that? This is what happens when the Jerry Springer generation starts to breed. Hmm. This is the Maury generation. This is the reckless reality TV generation. That's what this is. Uh-huh. And the fact that your mother shoved this camera in your face and you up here pulling off this Oscar-worthy performance. No, 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 no crying now. You wasn't crying when you was beating the brakes off that woman and her two children. When y'all pulled her wig off, you weren't crying then, were? When you were calling her a bitch and everything else, you weren't crying then. So what the fuck are you crying now for? This is where your father steps in. What the fuck you crying for? You made a horrible mistake. Now it's up to you to fix it. And don't do that shit again. So whatever the consequences, I don't know if they're gonna get arrested. I don't know. But acting like animals in the street, this is the culture we're in. This is the culture we're in, where you can't even be a parent. And these damn kids don't respect you because they don't respect their own parents. So all this soft spoken, big doughy eye, I don't care. I don't give a damn. You don't get to put your hands on people and have no repercussions. Then you posted it online, which makes you all fucking idiots. That's like the dumb woman twerking in front of the casket. Why the fuck would you post that? Everything isn't for consumption by the masses. And then when somebody says something about it, they're the problem. As soon as somebody says, oh, the usual suspects, now y'all crying. But y'all are the usual suspects. Somebody say, here you go, being violent, acting crazy again. Oh, what you talking about is not. No, 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 no. The first place I would have took this little bitch is to the police station. Fuck live stream. Bitch, you going to the popo. You need a, what was that show? Scared Straight. You need a scared straight moment. I would have dropped your ass off there and drove away. Well, I would have told them why I dropped your ass in there. And then I would have had them interrogate your ass a little bit, scare you, make you really cry, make you really feel the weight. Make this motherfucker go talk to people who made bad life choices, who are never going to see the light of day again. Those are the people this motherfucker and all those animals need to go talk to. That's who you need to go talk to. People doing life. That's the people you need to talk to. Because that's all this shit is a sleigh ride to single motherhood, abortion rates, high abortion rates, and prison or death. Or all of the above. That's all this is. This is a sleigh ride to that. And until we correct the behavior, we're just gonna keep happening. We're just gonna see more and more behavior like this. So crying ain't gonna solve the issue. And this is just bad parenting. And I'm nobody's parent yet. And I know this is bad. What the fuck you crying for? What you need to do is apologize to that mother. First of all, I would have dragged you. If we knew where they lived, I would have dragged your ass to their house. Before I took you to police station, I would have dragged your ass to their house. Apologize to that woman. Apologize to those two kids. And then I would have dragged your ass to the police station. Hem this motherfucker up. I don't raise animals. But oh no, I would just go with the crowd because I was just following. No, 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 no. No, no, that's not acceptable. I ain't gonna fly here. Get the fuck out of here with them crocodile tears. Anyway, moving on. I'll keep y'all posted on this because probably if I had reviewed this yesterday, my language is already pretty bad regarding this, but it probably would have been a lot worse if I had done this yesterday. So thank you, thank God I didn't do it yesterday because I probably would have. I mean, could it get any worse? I don't know. Like, hey, I hope the woman I just punched in the face is okay. I hope the woman whose wig I just pulled off, hopefully it wasn't sewn into her scalp. That's more injuries. So hopefully, you know, yeah, that's what you should be saying when you get on the live stream. No, no, I'm sorry. No. Don't center yourself because it ain't about you. Anyway, Nicki Minaj spoke at the United Nations yesterday. And there's a reason why she is everyone's favorite female rapper. Now, we're not talking about, I know. Nicki Minaj has gone some places with the rhymes. We know. The music is very explicit. Not all of it, but enough of it. But this is but Nicki is also um from performing arts. So she's from theater, she's from performing arts. So she knows how to articulate. She knows when to turn the rapper off and when to sit to be able to stand there and make a speech. So here's a snippet of her speech at the UN yesterday.
Where we live and what we believe. But today, faith is under attack in way too many places. In Nigeria, Christians are being targeted, driven from their homes, and killed. Churches have been burned. Families have been torn apart, and entire communities live in fear constantly, simply because of how they pray. Sadly, this problem is not only a growing problem in Nigeria, but also in so many other countries across the world, and it demands urgent action.
Facts. And the fact that we have an administration that's being proactive on this, and hopefully we could, now that we're past this Epstein crap, which we'll talk about in a moment, we can get to the actual pressing matters of the world and not this stupidity. But what this also pointed out to me is how Republicans work with rappers versus how Democrats work with rappers. Democrats usually go to the rappers and say, hey, can you perform? Can you shake your ass on stage? Can you come here with your explicit lyrics and disseminate this horrible music onto the people? Whereas Republicans generally don't go to the rappers go to the Republicans. And they'll say, hey, I saw this issue. I want to work on this, a la Ice Cube. When the light bulb went off in Ice Cube's head about what the issue was in Black America, and he's like, one of the biggest issues is that Black people don't have enough access to capital. So I would like to work with you on that. Then it was the Trump administration and the Biden campaign, and he went to both. He presented them the same thing, and then what did Trump do? Trump took the meeting. The Biden administration said, we'll talk to you after the election. Biden allegedly got elected and never spoke to Ice Cube again. Ice Cube said, I couldn't get anywhere near that man. No way. To have a meeting, nothing. Couldn't get near him. Couldn't get past the layers of command. Couldn't get past. Meanwhile, Trump takes the meeting directly, and and then y'all black asses are mad. We're mad that Ice Cube went and talked to president first term, talked to Trump. Then you got mad at Nicki Minaj because she thanked President Trump for speaking up on the persecutions of Christians in Nigeria. Y'all are more mad at one man who's done nothing to you except hurt your feelings and tell you the truth than you are about people literally being beheaded, about people literally being starved to death, sexually assaulted, being tortured. Y'all are more mad at one man than the atrocities happening in Africa, of all places. I thought y'all love, quote unquote, so-called Black people. So if you love so-called, quote unquote, Black people, the outrage goes out the window, and the mission is this: The mission isn't my pussy is hurt because somebody said something over here 5 years ago that hurt me, that I didn't like. Who cares? Could you imagine somebody burning you, torching you, raping you, destroying your life, killing you and your children, and you being dumped in a mass grave because there's too many of you? Could you imagine that? But you want me to cry over your trans child not being able to take fucking hormones at 9 years old. Oh, what a privilege you have. Perspective, people. Perspective. See, here in the United States, even though the primary religion is Christianity, you have the freedom of religion. It's enshrined in our Constitution. It's enshrined in it. So nobody can come forth and say, hey, you can't worship this, or you can't have this. You can have any religion you want. You could be a Satanist. Yeah, whatever you like to do. It is protected. You are protected under the Constitution. But no. We don't care about those damn Nigerians. Donald Trump's the president. Knowing damn well if Kamala Harris was the president, there would be no action going on in Africa right now regarding this situation. Oh, she thanked President Trump. Well, he's the one that brought the issue to light. And that's how she found out about it. That's how she knew about it already, but she was finally happy that somebody with some power who could actually influence something said something. And she didn't care about Republican, Democrat, MAGA, Trump supporter, who gives a damn. People are dying. Not because they've done some horrible thing. They're dying because of who they pray to. What their value and belief system is. And they're being savagely murdered by the thousands. Their churches, their houses of worship are being destroyed. And the problem is Donald Trump's the president. So here's the difference between how we treat our rappers versus how y'all treat the rappers. Oh, I'm late. I ain't got a cue. I got to cue it up for y'all. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Oh, God. Oh, my goodness. Hold on. I'm so prepared. You see how prepared I am? I'm so ready to go. I'm waiting for this thing to load up. Oh, there we go. Shut up, Prince. No pause.
Protecting Christians in Nigeria is not about taking sides or dividing people. It is about uniting humanity.
Trump says he's going to protect women whether they like it or not. Well, if his definition of protection is not the freedom of choice.
So authentic. Trump says Ice Cube, articulate, problem solver. Nicki Minaj, articulate, problem solver. 50 Cent, articulate, problem solver. We're not the same. We don't work with rappers in the same capacity. We don't have them, do what they do as entertainers to distract from policy. We bring them into the policy. See the difference between how Republicans work with rappers versus how Democrats work with them? Yeah. That's the difference. Democrats use y'all as ornaments. Oh, you want to see it again? Hold on.
Protecting Christians in Nigeria is not about taking sides or dividing people. It is about uniting humanity.
Trump says he's going to protect women whether they like it or not. Well, if his definition of protection is not the freedom of choice.
So, Bree, I don't know if you remember this rally, but the reason why she's reading from the phone is because the teleprompter went out. Remember, she came out, everyone's yelling, yay, yay. And then she's waiting for the speech to load in the teleprompter, and the teleprompter malfunctioned. So she's like pointing and it's not working. So then someone handed her a phone. It was like, here's the speech. Oh, God, if you can't talk off the cuff, about why you love this candidate, yeah, you ain't being real about it. Um, oh, whoa. They was okay with spreading butt play to Africa. 'Cause remember when Kamala went to Africa and was like, "Yeah, you got to take these, you got to accept these people taking it up the ass," and they all them leaders was like, "Nah, get the fuck out our get the fuck off our continent with that." It was like, nah, get out of here with that. Anyway, oh god, the ridiculousness of it all. So yeah, that's the difference between. I should make a video on that. The difference between the way Republicans work with rappers versus Democrats. Yeah, I'll put that on my list today. I'll do that today. But anyway, monkeypox, monkeypox, and monkey business. Anyway, we'll be back in a second.
What I want. We have nothing to do with Epstein. The Democrats do. All of his friends were Democrats. You look at this Reid Hoffman, you look at Larry Summers, Bill Clinton, they went to his island all the time, and many others. They're all Democrats. All I want is I want for people to recognize a great job that I've done on pricing, on affordability, because we brought prices way down, but they're going way lower, on energy, on ending 8 wars and another one coming pretty soon, I believe. We've done a great job. And I hate to see that deflect from the great job we've done. So I'm all for it. You know, we've already given 50,000 pages. You do know that. Unfortunately, like with the Kennedy situation, with the Martin Luther King situation, not to put Jeffrey Epstein in the same category, but no matter what we give, it's never enough. You know, with Kennedy, we gave everything and it wasn't enough. With Martin Luther King, we gave everything and it's never enough. We've already given, I believe the number is 50,000 pages, 50,000 pages. And it's just a Russia hoax as it pertains to the Republicans. Now, I believe that many of the people that some of the people that we mentioned are being looked at very seriously for their relationship to Jeffrey Epstein, but they were with him all the time. I wasn't at all. And we'll see what happens. What I just don't want Epstein to do is detract from the great success of the Republican Party, including the fact that the Democrats are totally blamed for the shutdown. You know, they cost our country hundreds of billions of dollars with that, at a lot of inconvenience. So I'm for I don't. They can do whatever they want. We'll give them everything. Sure, I would. Let the Senate look at it. Let anybody look at it. But don't talk about it too much, because honestly, I don't want to take it away from us. It's really a Democrat problem. The Democrats were Epstein's friends, all of them, and it's a hoax. The whole thing is a hoax, and I don't want to take it away from really the greatness of what the Republican Party has accomplished over the last period of time.
Exactly. So again, another distraction, another hoax, another thing that blew up in the Democrats' face. You call this man's bluff. He said, all right, release the files. Oh, no. Release the files. Oh, this is why you didn't want the files. This is why you didn't want the full files released. But you also see the media narrative. This is how deceptive the media is. Because when you look at the way it was presented, when they went up for the vote yesterday and when it went to the Senate, all that stuff, all the coverage, if you Googled Jeffrey Epstein Act, whatever the act, Transparency Act, literally what pops up, old pictures of Donald Trump with Jeffrey Epstein. because that's the imprint, that's the psychological thing that they want to play on the people, that Donald Trump was immersed with Jeffrey Epstein, and there's no proof. There's no proof of it. They've not been able to prove it. They know they can't prove it. Jeffrey Epstein was a lifelong Democrat. He was a Democrat through and through. He donated to Democrat campaigns. And what we're now seeing is that even after his conviction, even after, people were still begging to take meetings with him. Hakeem Jeffries. People were getting text messages while in congressional hearings. Oh, that thing from the Virgin Islands. I was going to say something crass, but I'll keep it to thing. Anyway, so after the vote, you would have thought Marjorie Taylor Greene would have, got up to the mic and said, what a great day this is for America, and how President Trump was instrumental in helping this happen. No. She took her moment. Instead of going in on Democrats, she took her moment to attack President Trump because, she's still in her feelings.
It should have been the easiest thing for the President of the United States to release all the information, every single file, on behalf of these American women. These American...
Again. And this is what it like Donald Trump said, no matter what the hell happens, it's never going to be enough. It's never going to be enough. How the fuck you get 80,000 pages and you still not happy? Oh, because you can't find a way to accuse me of something. Okay, got it. So now you want more. So now when you get whatever's left, shut the fuck up. That's all I got. Just shut the fuck up. Once you get whatever's left, hush the fuck up. We have no more. We're done. The jig is up. Everybody's gonna get their book deals. Everybody's gonna get their little money. They're gonna get to tell their stories. Great. Hurrah for them. But this distraction, this government distraction, like somehow it's the government's responsibility to prosecute motherfuckers. Like no, that's not the president's job. That's not his job. And we don't care. So can we move on? Thank you. This is like yesterday. Somebody asked me, somebody in my comment section was like, name one thing a Republican president has done to help black people. I was like, we could start with this nigga right here. And I put up a picture of Abraham Lincoln. What is wrong with people? And then, of course, that's never enough. Like Donald Trump said, it's never enough. So what do they do? Well, Abraham Lincoln didn't release the slaves for the right, because now Abraham Lincoln's motives, even though if you understood why the Republican Party was founded to begin with, you would shut the hell up. But, he didn't really want to release it. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. It's never enough. You get this, move the goalposts. You get that, move the goalposts. You get no more, move the goalposts.
American women aren't rich, powerful elites. Mm-hmm. They do not have someone paying for their airline tickets or paying for their trips or paying for their expenses every time they try to do something to get this information out. Mm-hmm. These are your average Americans. Mm-hmm. And you want to know what the Epstein files represent? The cover-up represents to average Americans. It represents the failures of the federal government and Congress to the American people. And that is what people rose up about in 2024. They wanted and demanded transparency from their government, and for Americans finally to be put first. And today, with this vote, we are finally putting these victims and these survivors of Jeffrey Epstein and the cabal of rich, powerful elites that expands not just here in the United States of America, but to other countries as well. We're putting them last. And that is exactly what Americans want.
So clearly she's still on her revenge tour. She's still in her feelings. Her ego is still bruised because she'll never be governor or senator from Georgia, But her net worth has gone up exponentially. Don't you like the new hair? Anyway, and you know it's pretty bad when Jasmine Crockett is saying, I have your back. You know you reached a new low when Jasmine Crockett is saying, I got your back. Yeah. Marjorie Taylor Greene, your soul's required in hell. Here's this piece from Jesse Waters that pretty much sums up everything.
The bill to release the Epstein files is headed to Trump's desk. It's passing through the House and Senate. The Epstein release has been a roller coaster. Is the ride over? We don't know.
It's not.
We know Democrats think it'll damage the president, but now it's backfiring on them big time. Remember, Epstein was a Democrat. He was a Democrat donor.
Yep.
And he hung out with Democrats and the liberal media at all of his homes. Larry Summers, who worked for both Clinton and Obama, was a pen pal with the pedo, even asking Epstein for dating advice. And now he's stepping down from his gig at Harvard. Bill Clinton was supposed to testify last month, but his lawyers are playing games.
Mm-hmm.
Careful. You can go.
Yeah, if you did nothing wrong, what's the holdup? You've been subpoenaed, show your ass up. If you've done nothing wrong, okay, you've done nothing wrong. All he's going to do is go there and plead the fifth anyway, like the rest of them. But Donald Trump pleads the fifth. It's a crime. Oh, you see, he pled the fifth. He pled the fifth. They're going to do the same thing. Hillary Clinton, too.
Go to jail for ignoring a House subpoena. House Democrat Stacey Plaskett's also getting Epstein. She took thousands in donations.
Thousands in donations. Post-conviction? Yeah.
From the predator, and he fed her questions during a congressional hearing.
Yep.
Raskin says it was a perfect phone call.
They've arraigned a Democratic member for taking a phone call from her constituent, Jeffrey Epstein, in the middle of a hearing. And of course, I don't think there's any rule here against taking phone calls in a hearing.
But all these Epstein revelations are suddenly making hips clam up.
Do you condemn Stacey Plaskett just talking to a sex trafficker during a hearing?
I haven't had a conversation with Stacey Plaskett.
But does that trouble you?
I have not had a conversation with Stacey Plaskett.
Well, we just found out why Hakeem doesn't want to answer any questions.
Another email shows Democrat fundraisers invited Epstein to an event or to meet privately with Hakeem Jeffries as part of their 2013 effort to win a majority. So Hakeem Jeffries' campaign solicited money from Jeffrey Epstein.
Hakeem's team sent an email to Epstein asking for money and inviting him to dinner, telling the pedophile that Hakeem was the Brooklyn Barack.
The Brooklyn Barack. And sidebar, Jasmine Crockett got her ass up here and accused Republicans of being she claimed that Jeffrey Epstein said that Mitt Romney, Lee Zeldin, George Bush, and McCain Palin took money from Jeffrey Epstein. What they were mistaken is that it was Dr. Jeffrey Epstein, who is a different person. So he's an actual physician who donated to their campaigns. So it wasn't that Jeffrey Epstein. See how she remixed that and then tried to flip it on the Republicans. And then, you know, the idiots that listen to her are going to listen to her and believe everything she says, because that's what they do. You know, they don't care. And you can literally pull up the FEC report. Dr. Jeffrey Epstein. What a horrible, terrible that he has that name, but that's his name. You know, his name is Jeffrey Epstein. He can't help it. His mama named him. Anyway. Oh, you people.
Democrats and Epstein shared a lot of things, especially TDS.
I just got a little report, and I put it in my pocket, of all the money that he's given to Democrats. He gave me none, zero, no money to me. But he gave money to Democrats. And people are wise to your hoax.
They still can't get over their old buddy Jeff. Swalwell trusts the Epstein people more than Pam Bondi.
By nature of who is being forthcoming and who is not, I believe the Epstein estate over the DOJ right now.
What does that mean? I guess he still has trust issues after Fang Fang. And this just in.
New hoax alert. New hoax alert. New hoax alert.
The LA Times thinks Trump might destroy the Epstein file.
I've given you 50,000 files, thousands of other files. Now y'all have all these emails, and I'm going to destroy the files. Yo, these people are insufferable, bro. Insufferable.
How do you destroy evidence of a crime you didn't commit? Doesn't make any sense. Even CNN's fact-checking Democrats.
The president has not been accused of any crimes or wrongdoing as it relates to Jeffrey Epstein or these files, even with these emails being released. That's one thing that we need to make clear. But one thing about...
It's always a yet. There's no yet. If you monkeys had the proof, you would have released it by now. That's it. That's it. Y'all will want this done expeditiously. Let's get it done. So we can impeach him, get him out of office. J.D. Vance steps up, and he's even worse.
Been charged yet. Yes.
Yeah, there's no accusations, though, of any wrongdoing.
Trump's tired of hearing the Democrats squeal about a dead pedophile.
Right.
You got to find out what did he know with respect to Bill Clinton, with respect to the head of Harvard, with respect to all of those people that he knew, including J.P. Morgan Chase. Yeah, Jennifer, go ahead.
Incriminating in the file,
Quiet.
Trump's the most transparent.
I don't know. Did he say Piggy or did he say Peggy? Because that's a debate online if he said Peggy or Piggy. Oh, God.
President in history releasing MLK, JFK, UFO, and Epstein files.
And RFK.
But the press is never satisfied.
Never.
Why wait for Congress to release the Epstein files? Why not just do it now?
No, it's not the question that I mind, it's your attitude. I think you are a terrible reporter. You could even ask that same exact question nicely. You're all psyched up. Somebody psychs you over at ABC. They're going to psych it. You're a terrible person and a terrible reporter. You ought to go back and learn how to be a reporter. No more questions from you.
ABC doesn't care about the victims. They spiked the Epstein story to get in good with the royals years ago, remember?
Yep.
Now they're trying to resurrect it to drive a wedge between Trump and Republicans. Sorry, doesn't work that way.
Right.
Just like the shutdown, this stunt's going to hurt them a lot more than it hurts him.
I'm bored. Oh, really? He was supposed to release Amelia Earhart? That's interesting. You know, so yesterday, the House voted not to censure Rep. Stacey Plaskett from the Virgin Islands, who was texting Jeffrey Epstein from a congressional hearing seeking advice on questioning a discredited witness with a vendetta against Trump. So when she didn't get censored, let's just take a look at the moment she was texting, because this is her constituent, right? It's one of your donors. Stop playing in our face. It was one of your donors. Because I doubt I would have, if I was one of your constituents, I wouldn't have your phone number. I'm just a regular person. Regular AJ.
Obama was president of the United States.
Look at her. Look at her.
Look at her. While we were once driving through a struggling neighborhood in Chicago,
the questions.
he commented that only black people could live that way. Attorney-client privilege, yes, I will turn it over.
You, as my friend Mr. Meadows pointed out, misled this committee even today.
Jeffrey Epstein hated Trump because Trump snitched. You know, code of the street, no snitching. So Jeffrey Epstein was part of the plot to try to take Trump down. But Trump wasn't the problem. The Clintons were your problem. That's why your ass ended up hanging in a cell. And now you're burning in hell for all eternity. So after the House voted not to censure this thing from the Virgin Islands, I thought, I didn't even know they, anyway. Anna Paulina Luna took to the podium and said this.
For what purpose does the gentlelady from Florida seek recognition?
I have a parliamentary inquiry.
The gentlelady from Florida will state her inquiry.
I was wondering if the Speaker of the House of Representatives can explain why leadership on both sides, both Democrat and Republican, are cutting back-end deals to cover up public corruption in the House of Representatives from both Republican and Democrat members of Congress.
The gentlelady has not stated a proper parliamentary inquiry.
Thank you very much, but I think the American people know what happened tonight.
Oh, yeah, we know what happened tonight. The Cash Apps came in. Listen, y'all, I'm never going to be in Congress, but if by chance, you know, I decide one day I want to be stupid and run for office, and I actually win, and look, and a vote comes up to censor an idiot who should be censured because they clearly did something terrible, and I vote the wrong way, just shut up. The Cash App was really good. The Cash App was really good. You can never have, you know, enough new shoes. You can never have enough lobster dinners. Just shut up and let me rock. I'll be back. I'll be back to the regularly scheduled programming after I enjoy this Cash App. Leave me alone. Anyway, so yeah, we all know that. I don't know. There's people want more government, but how do you want more of something that you absolutely have no faith or trust in? That's what I don't understand with these people. So Hakeem Jeffrey gets on his microphone and
We believe in transparency.
lies.
We believe in accountability. We
Lies.
believe in due process.
Bullshit.
That's the opposite of what is happening on the floor today.
Oh, really?
And let me be very clear about Stacey Plaskett. She's a woman of great intelligence and a woman of great integrity.
Oh, is she? Is she? Okay. If you say so.
And she deserves better than what she's receiving from House Republican extremists.
House Republican extremists.
She deserves the opportunity to be heard.
Uh-huh.
She deserves due process.
As a black woman.
She deserves the ability to make her case. Not to be prosecuted by petty foggers, playing lawyer on the floor of the House of Representatives. Google that if you don't know what it means.
This nigga has no personality. Yes, they always have integrity. And then here's Mama Duke, you know, fighting for her life.
Mr. Raskin, to my former professor in law school, and I want to address the body. I first want to give you all a sense of what was happening that day.
Okay.
Everyone knows at that hearing in February, the entire country was watching. As Michael Cohen decided he was going to finally give up information about what was happening in the Trump world, the Trump enterprise. And at the beginning of that hearing, the ranking member, Jim Jordan, had the disrespect to Elijah Cummings, may he rest in peace and his name be a memory, after not allowing Mr. Jordan to shut the committee hearing down. And I turned to Mr. Jordan and told him to have respect for the chair and to basically shut up.
Now, if they told her black ass to shut up, you know the rest.
And that moment went viral. And I began to get innumerable texts.
Oh, I got texts.
From friends, from foes, from constituents about what was happening in that hearing. And I got a text from Jeffrey Epstein, who at the time was my constituent,
Read the text.
who was not public knowledge at that time that he was under federal investigation,
Read the text.
and who was sharing information with me.
You know what I also forgot to mention about Jasmine Crockett's stupid ass? When she said that the congressman received money from Jeffrey Epstein, that was a year after he died. That was the other thing I forgot to mention. Jeffrey Epstein was dead. The Clintons done hung him in the cell at that point. He was long gone. So how could you receive a donation from somebody who's dead?
Now, I heard recently from someone that I was seeking advice from him. Let me tell you something. I don't need to get advice on how to question anybody from any individual.
You know, when they start moving the head like that, they bullshitting you.
I have been a lawyer for 30 years. I have been a narcotics prosecutor in New York City. I have had the honor of being a political appointee at the Justice Department after September 11th as a Republican appointee in the Bush administration. I know how to question individuals. I know how to seek information. I have sought information from confidential informants, from murderers, from other individuals, because I want the truth, not because I need them to tell me what to say.
Yeah, they need to tell you.
And if you look at the transcript, you will see that I questioned Michael Cohen for 5 minutes. The Washington Post.
Yeah. Drop those text messages. What did Jeffrey text you? Nobody cares what you asked. What did Jeffrey say to you?
Only shows you 30 seconds.
Yeah. Can we see the phone? I need the phone. Show me the phone. Show us the phone.
And takes from it one individual's name that I got from Jeffrey Epstein and didn't know who the individual was. And put that individual with a host of other individuals that I felt the committee should subpoena.
Fight for your life. Go ahead.
They've never been subpoenaed. They've
Fight
never
for your
been
life.
questioned. Because at the end of the day, I know that in the Trump administration and with my colleagues over there, it's not about sexual assault. It's not about support of victims. It's about money.
So this is what these mongrels do all the time. They literally, everything she just said, they're doing. That's the Democrat way. I'm going to accuse you of all of these things. It's about money. Meanwhile, Jeffrey was cutting the checks to y'all. So how the fuck is it about money for Republicans? They ain't got a dime in this. You people are ridiculous. I have Democrat bullshit fatigue. I'm just exhausted with these people. Everything she just said, they're doing. And she will try her best. And the idiots who like her because she has a D next to her name and she's a black woman will believe everything she says. These people don't care about victims. Otherwise, they would have been doing all this grandstanding when Biden was president. They didn't give a damn about a Jeffrey Epstein, nothing. Why? Because he was a major donor, and they're not going to shit on that. And then there are also people who are high up in the caucus, former President Clinton, who actually have strong ties to Jeffrey Epstein, who were actually on the island fucking little girls. So yeah, when you have to cover all that up, yeah, you got to be bombastic and convincing, just like this mongrel right here.
It is about money. I have consistently stood against sexual violence.
Yeah, sure you have.
The exploitation of women.
Sure you have. Yeah, so Ashley Biden's diary, anyone? Oh, I don't know what that is. The women that accused President Biden of assault. Oh, we don't fuck them victims. Push them, mute them, suppress their stories. Don't give them a platform. Make sure they can't speak up. Make sure there's nowhere that they could have any grace for an interview. Hunter Biden's laptop. Oh, do you care about the victims in that laptop? No, you don't give a damn about those victims in that laptop. You care about money. Everything you just said, you people are doing. That's it. Full stop.
Children in previous careers, as well as here in this body. We all know that Jeffrey Epstein's actions were absolutely reprehensible. As a constituent, as an individual who gave donations to me, when I learned of the extent of his actions after his investigation, I gave that money to women's organizations.
Show us the proof. Show us the proof. If you made a donation to nonprofit organizations, you have receipts because you wrote it off on your taxes. Show us the proof. Show us the proof that you donated the money that Jeffrey Epstein gave to you to women's organizations. Show us. Show us.
In my community. Not back to him, but to women in the community.
She's lying. She's lying.
Who needed that
lying
support. That's what I think should have been done, and that's what I did.
She's lying. Show us the check. Show us the money you sent out. And then, right, because it's a tax write-off. So you documented it. And it's a FEC violation or something if you don't document it, because Jeffrey Epstein wasn't giving you like $20. So show us that the money you got from Jeffrey Epstein, you donated to those organizations. Show us.
They've taken a text exchange which shows no participation, no assistance, no involvement in any illegal activity, and weaponized it for political theater.
Oh, yeah, like y'all did, right? When y'all released those bullshit emails of last week. Oh, Trump was on the island. Trump was on the island. Look what we found. Trump is saying, nigga, you in here doing some crazy stuff. I'm good. And then another email, Jeffrey Epstein's so mad. He's so mad at Trump because Trump won't back him up. Trump's like, nah, get the fuck out of here. I ain't doing none of that. You're not messing this up for me.
Because that's what this is.
This
has been reviewed by federal courts. Any charges, victims who initially had a case against me dismissed it on their own without prejudice.
Yeah, because they probably threatened to kill them.
You don't want to talk about what is really happening here.
What's really happening here, Mama Duke?
Your attacks on working families, your protection of powerful predators and corporate criminals.
How are they protecting the powerful predators when they're all on your side of the fucking aisle? They're all Democrats. How are the Republicans protecting Democrats who committed these heinous? Bitch, your constituency, your caucus is protecting these people.
You want to talk about texting felons? How often do you text President Donald J. Trump?
There was no texting after that.
That's the individual we should be considering.
These people are fucking retarded. Violent MAGA, what's going on? Like y'all, I need Violent MAGA to get involved already. It's time to start eradicating. Anyway, these people they're insufferable. They're ridiculous. They get on my damn nerves, and they're liars. They're hypocrites. They will sit there and tell you the very thing you're doing. No, that's what y'all are doing. All of these people are Democrats. And now the whole thing blew up in your face. Yet another hoax. Right after your shutdown hoax, now you pull this stunt and it didn't work. So what's next? What's next? Because we know there's always going to be something else, right? Because you can't talk about what this administration is doing and how it's working and how it takes time to work, but it's going to work. But nobody wants to have that conversation. Everybody want to talk about some unrelated, unnecessary stuff he didn't really campaign on. Epstein Files was not an Agenda 47. It wasn't my non-negotiable. I don't care. Anyway, thank you so much for watching the show today. I appreciate you so much. If you would like to support the channel, you can go to AJsRANTroom.com and get this felon hat there if you'd like. We also have hoodies, t-shirts, sweatshirts, blah, 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 gym bags, duffel bags, backpacks, etc., 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 etc. Thank you in advance for your support. Oh, you also get this white liberal fatigue shirt there at AJsRANTroom.com. If you would like to buy me a coffee, you can go to buymeacoffee.com and put in AJ's Rant Room, or you can scan this QR code right here on the screen. We also take cash apps as well at AJ's Rant. Anyway, I appreciate you. Thank you guys so much. On this hump day, I will be live on the TikTok around 5 p.m. today. So look for me. And I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for supporting the channel and watching today. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so already on YouTube, and hit that notification bell so you get notified every time we go live or drop a new video. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Peace.